wonder when the terrible situation of this country will begin to minimize. I wonder when the terrible situation of this country will begin to minimize. It seems it every day continues to maximize and it continues to grow. The problem that P2B is having with Inec does not just end with P2B. It equally transferred to other Labour Party candidates. We saw what happened in Enugu State, where Inec equally refused the Labour Party candidate, Chijioke Edoga, to scrutinize the beavers, knowing fully well that the PDP Mba did not win the election because one Chijioke Nnamani is helping as the godfather to fight anybody who tries to stand in their way. Hear the news in details.
They want to do it. Inec is the one that has these beavers. Inec has their experts here present, but they're insisting that we must go and get the consensus of PDP. So it is very clear that Inec has not obeyed the law.
Of course, you all know that P2B's wave is going from every location in Nigeria. And of course, every Labour Party candidate, both from Lagos, the Lagos State's governorship candidate is equally in court. Enugu candidate is equally in court. It is only Abia State, because of the justice that announced the result, that refused to compromise Abia State. But everywhere we had a governorship candidate, both in Benue State, both anywhere around, they were all rigged out. Both in Rivers State, Enugu State, and the rest of them, they were all rigged out. But there is a good news for Labour Party and there's a bad news, of course, for PDP. You know, I have been asking, what is PDP doing in court? What is Atiku doing in court? They are playing the victim card, whereas they are doing the same thing that APC is doing to P2B, to a Labour Party candidate in Enugu State. Enugu's tribunal, PDP Mba object as Inec tenders governorship candidate. Now, governorship certificate. An Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) staff member, Emmanuel Damis, on Tuesday appeared before the Governorship Election Petition Tribunal as a subpoenaed witness and tendered Governor Peter Mba's qualification. Mr. Damis' petitioners, Witness 3, works at the Legal Drafting and Clearance Department, INEC Headquarters, Abuja. The Governorship Election Petition Tribunal is hearing the petition filed by Chijioke Edoga of the Labour Party against Mr. Mba of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Mr. Edoga is asking the tribunal to disqualify Mr. Mba for allegedly forging his NYSC certificate. And we saw where the NYSC staff was brought before the court to testify against Mr. Mba of the PDP. The NYSC staff came to the court and said that this man did not win the election. Sorry, that he forged his certificate. That the certificate he presented for the governorship election was false and was never issued to him by the NYSC. So how then do we have this kind of miserable leaderships in Nigeria and nothing is happening? It is shameful, it is uncalled for, and must be looked into. Of course, the PDP and the LP, they're already in court. They were in court today. And eventually, everybody is going to sit back and watch the play out of justice, because justice needs to happen. From the presidential to the governorship to the local government, justice needs to happen. If justice does not happen, I fear for the next generation. I really fear for the next generation. Now, Mr. Edoga is asking the tribunal to disqualify Mr. Mba for allegedly forging his NYSC certificate. When the subpoenaed witness came into the witness box to tender the document on the evidence, the counsel to the second and third respondent objected to the tendering of the document and refused the counsel to the petitioner, Eyitayo Fatagun, to re-examine the witness. Now, how can you be refusing the counsel, the Labour Party counsel, to re-examine the witness if you claim that you won the governorship election of Enugu State? Why will you be stopping the counsel to examine them? This is to tell you there's a cat in the cupboard. The Inec staff then tendered Mr. Mba's certificate, which he submitted alongside his governorship nomination form. According to the witness, the documents with him are from EC9 and all the attachments for the PDP governorship candidates in Enugu State. The LP Council applied to tender the document as exhibits, which were admitted by the tribunal as evidence. However, the petitioner's counsel, Mr. Fatagun, equally cited a plethora of cases which he said justified the evidence of subpoenaed witness. Both the PDP and Mr. Mba objected to the admissibility of the documents. They, however, reserved their objection for their written address. The counsel to the respondent objected to his evidence on the grounds that a witness must first swear to a witness deposition on oath, citing several authorities to back up their argument. Meanwhile, during the cross-examination of the witness by the PDP counsel, Alex Izion on the membership register of the LP submitted to the commission before the election, Mr. Damis could not identify Mr. Edoga's name as the Isi-Uzo local government was not found in the list by the subpoenaed witness. How? So Inec on its own they are busy trying to stop whatever has to do with Labour Party. They have stopped Labour Party to access the beavers. Same thing they did with Peter Obi. But why will Inec be working for PDP? Where they need to work for PDP, they work for PDP. Where they need to work for APC, they work for APC. That is why I keep asking you, all of you, what is PDP doing in court? Why should they be in court? Why are they in court? So the judiciary must stand up to this crime that Inec is committing. They must stand up to this crime. Inec, PDP, Mba, and PDP talks are using every possible means trying to stop LP and Chijioke Edoga from inspecting the beavers used in Owo ward in Nkamu East local government of Enugu State. Just look at what happened during the beavers inspection today. Inec is saying that they cannot release the beavers without PDP's approval. Imagine. So this thing is honestly burning my heart. How can you tell LP that you cannot release the beavers without PDP's approval? And we remember that the NYC DG's representative presented evidence to prove that the certificate being paraded by Peter Mba is fake. This one is another Tinimbu on its own. So Labour Party needs to get the approval of PDP before INEC can give them access to the beavers. You see the compromise when with this evil called INEC, when will they know that they have crossed their line? They have crossed their limit. When will they understand that? This is becoming too much. And of course, what needs to be done must be done eventually. So, but let's keep looking at the case. INEC and all their participants in this evil that is happening must face the law and go to jail. Thanks for supporting the Future News. Peace.